Soul Retrieval. It's a really beautiful card. It's a really beautiful card. It talks about coming out. I'm coming out. It talks about stepping away from the pain of the past and healing it, not just ignoring it. Because a lot of us ignore, we're not here for issues. I don't even know if anybody can see me yet. There we go. It's like, what is going on? We're not here to ignore things, are we? We are not here. Can you imagine coming back to another life, picked the life, picked the people, picked your soul group that is going to be working on lessons with you. Good morning. And then ignoring it, ignoring the lessons, right? How many people do that? So let me do this. Let me go here because Facebook doesn't look like it's cooperating very much this morning. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to share. Dang dogs. Share for a second. Let's put me here. Okay. So how many of us, good morning. I'm sharing out because Facebook's being wonky this morning. That's not where I want to share. No, it's not my group. I try to be really respectful of where I share. I don't want to upset anybody else. I don't want to offend anybody else. I don't want to, all those things. So I'm really, really careful about where I share to. Now I've got that song in my head. Dang it all. Probably going to get Facebook banned for sharing here in a minute. Okay, hold on. Let's see, one more place. Okay, so that's all I'm doing for sharing. So, good morning. But I'll show the card again because it took a minute for me to understand the imagery of it. Like my brain fogged and went, what is that? And it's a beautiful butterfly coming out of a cocoon. But what's the difference here? It's shaking off the old fragments, right? It's shaking off the old fragments of what it used to be. It's not going through life with them. It's shaking it off and getting rid of it. Good morning, everybody. Facebook's being really odd this morning. So I took a little bit of time and I shared out. I don't know what's going on. So we go through lessons in life, and how many of us, or even ourselves, if we're being truthful with ourselves, how many times have we gotten a lesson and we go, maybe I'm not strong enough to deal with that, or maybe I don't want to deal with that, and we bury it, right? We go, I can't deal with that right now. And we go and we move on and we move on. And then all of a sudden that's something that is in our history, but we just go, it just is a thing, right? A lot of us do it because it's a self-protection mechanism to survive as human, where we can just step away from stuff. But is that what we're really here for? Is that what we're here for? Or are we here to remember where we were in that cocoon, what we were, and the problems that we had? And as we come out on the other side of it, and maybe we've dealt with it, maybe we haven't, it's so important to deal with the issues. Soul retrieval, that's a huge shamanic practice of going into somebody's energetic field. Good morning, everybody. Of going into somebody's energetic field and retrieving the fragments that they left behind. We do this. Everybody does it. It's not like, oh, I don't think I've done that. No, I'm telling you, everybody buries things. Okay. Give you an example. When I'm doing soul retrieval, sometimes I come across people that have had car accidents, and I can tell that they set themselves aside to continue on after that car accident, because Think about a car accident. What do? We have this trauma, and it's really jarring trauma, right? Whether it's a small accident or a large accident, it's trauma. And we go, okay, I have to get back in the car. Right? I have to get back in a car. So we go with that and we go, okay, I just have to put this off the side. I can't think about this as I go to get in the car. I'm gonna just deal with what I gotta deal with right now, and I'm gonna take off with that. So what we do is we bury trauma instead of going, okay, I'm okay with what happened. It was something that happened. What can I learn from this? How can I heal from this in the moment and not bury it? So with soul retrieval, what we're doing is we're going in and we're grabbing those pieces and we're bringing them back to soul center for the person. That's a shamanic practice, something we do often within a shamanic journey. By the way, not just for other people, it happens spontaneously for the shaman as well, because each day we drop little pieces off. Each day we find some little thing that we don't want to deal with and we just drop it off and we move forward. It can be anything as small as your feelings got hurt and you just shrugged it off and go, well, maybe they'll be nicer to me next time, instead of going, I'm worth being nice to now. Okay. So that's our card for the day, and it is Soul Retrieval. Beautiful card. And I'll pull another one from this deck in a few minutes. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Really beautiful deck. You have to be kind of like a locksmith to get into it because they send it off to you, right? And I mean, they send it off and it comes in this box, okay? But it has this micro fit sleeve over it. So you have to figure out how to get into it first, okay? You have to figure out how to get into it first, right? Okay. So then you open the box and then there's another book on top of it. And you go, am I ever getting to it? It's like one of those little Russian dolls. Am I ever getting to it? So then you pick up the book and then there's another box inside the box with the sleeve under the book. I was like, I just want the cards. They were a little overkill on packaging on this, but really, really good. A really, really good deck. Has a lot of information, a lot of energy in it. I do recommend the deck. It is one of the more pricey decks, and it probably has to do with packaging, actually. I know how much packaging costs. Probably the packaging. I have had about 10, 15 car accidents, from minor in a parking lot to throw my son out of the car. Yeah, we do. We go through stuff, right? And we just kind of go, well, I have to go away with that. I have to go from that. I can't revolve there. And we left that little piece over here. And when we start to feel that we're long-term affected by these things, like I have things from childhood I'm still working on. And we're going to do that through our whole entire life, because we're constantly going to be dropping stuff off. Someone hurt our feelings. Someone talked behind our backs. We stubbed our toe. We tripped and fell in front of people. All of these things mean something to our soul, and just dropping it off like that is that's not funny. Takes our personal power away. It takes our personal power. I'm 59 years old and have been rejected by a few men in the past because of my weight I have gained. So now I don't ever go out to meet anyone. I have absolutely no self-confidence and probably never will again. If you keep telling yourself that, Christine, if you keep telling yourself that, here's the thing. This is hard. This is hard shit right here. Hated myself because of this for the longest time. Could not stand myself. Loving husband. Everything was fine in my world. He's never, ever, he's just like, I love you for who you are. And that's wonderful. But I didn't like myself. It starts here, girl. It starts right here. You can't expect, when you're sending off energy that says, I don't like myself, or very often saying things about yourself, right? And you emanate that energy, you have to like yourself. That's the first and most important person. Other people don't matter, because you know what? Their opinion is their business. What you think of yourself is your business, and it is your responsibility to change that, not somebody else. I know, tough love today, right? But I speak from experience on this. I speak from experience. You have to find that silence in the soul, that centeredness, and love yourself, because that's what your soul's here to learn. Self-love. Self-love. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody loves you, somebody else loves you. Because if you don't love yourself, you're going to project that. So I really challenge you to think back on relationships, and were you always waiting for it? Were you waiting for someone to say X, Y, Z? Because you felt like you deserved that kind of talk? Because that's, stop. That is very relevant. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It took me a long, long time to like myself. I grew up thinking my parents were ashamed of me. My parents never called me Lisa. Angel, what did they call me? She was 7 years younger. She might not remember, but they always called me Pudge. I was never called Lisa. My brother called me Pudge. Angel called me Pudge. Everybody called me Pudge. Nobody called me Lisa. So it took me a long time. Even my grandma, when she comes from the other side, when I first started to, the way I knew it was my grandma, when the first time I heard her come across, was she told me to stop eating potatoes after 8 o'clock because I was going to get heavy. I was already heavy, but it was how I knew it was her. That's how she could get it across, how I would know it was her, because she was very judgy on me as well. So you think men have always just used you in the past, but do you think you're worth more than that? Because that's where it starts. Men are men. Women are women. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Women use men use women, and their problems are their problems. As long as you revolve in that, I'm not going to go out of my house. I'm not going to like myself. I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. This is how I live now, instead of I'm beautiful no matter what this meat suit looks like, because you have to start looking at the inside, not the outside. It's the inside. No, I know that, Angel. You were 7 years younger than me. I know that. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's what everybody called me. So you have to look in. That's part of this. This is the card for the day, right? Where the heck did I do it? I am holding the cards in my hand, looking for them. That's not it. Where did the card go? I shuffled. So we'll pull another one. But this, what do you identify as? What do you identify as? Answer me. I'm not being bossy here, but I'm like, I would like an answer. What I would like to be able to see an answer in them. That sounds horribly bossy of me. What do you associate with yourself? When you can explain you, I would like to see some words. Like, there's one word I'm looking for. What do you feel like you are? I'm going to show you the difference of thought patterns. You don't need a man. You don't need a man. That is part of it as well, right? There is something to be said for solitude. I don't like labels either, but this is not a label. I'm not asking for a label, actually. I'm waiting to see if she gets the answer. It's not a label. It's not a label. You're a lonely person. You're a soul. You're a soul. I love that. Enough. You're enough. But you're also a soul. This is a meat suit. This is our vehicle to enjoy this life. Right? This is a vehicle. And we chose this vehicle for a reason. So it stands to reason that you've done this in past lives. And this is the lifetime you can either pull up your panties and find yourself or do it over again. I know it's really rough, aren't I? I'm mean this morning. I'm in a great mood, but I can tell you this from experience. I really can. Give yourself some grace. Why are you stepping out the door worried about what a man thinks? And men, why would you step out at the door worried about what a woman thinks? It's not one sex over the other. It's why are you stepping out the door worried about someone else? That isn't living. Then find out who you are, Christine. Because at this moment, you are not sure who you are. Pulling your panties up and finding yourself 50. I am loving 50, you guys. I know that sounds so odd, but I'm like, woo, 50. You don't know who you are right now, girl. You have to love yourself first. First and foremost. You don't need to be accepted by anybody else. Accept yourself first. You're putting everybody else in front of you. Why? Because it's taught what you were taught to do. You need to relearn. I will tell you, tomorrow we have an interview coming out with Allie Rose Brock. Watch it because, if you're on the membership, because she used to do this. She used to put everybody in front of herself. And now she had to step back and she had to step back and put herself and her little boy first. And what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Her whole world shifted in within 2 months. You have to love yourself before you can expect somebody else to love you. It's the truth. You don't, if someone loves you, they love you for who you are. And if you don't know who you are, so you have some soul searching to do, right? Find some quiet. You have some soul searching to do, because start with a list of things that are good for you. And here's the other thing that happens, right? You're worried about your weight, right? A lot of us worry about our weight. What happens when you worry about your weight and you get depressed? You probably eat. I do. So, I mean, it's a vicious circle, the vicious cycle. So alleviate the pain of not liking yourself by figuring out who you are. And then step out that door like, I feel, here's what happens. Here's what happens. You start to feel your personal power. I'm not even kidding. When you start to revolve in that, this is me. I am light. I am so much more than this. I have done things and I've seen things on different planes of existence that make me fascinating. And anybody would be lucky to be with that fascinating soul. You need to find that part of yourself. It's there. Oh, trust me, it's there. It's there for each and every one of us. Some of us get too buried in other people's opinions. We also, as empaths, get buried in other people's emotions. So please pay attention to that. Are you picking up other people's emotions that you're projecting into yourself? That's a thing. Tanya, soul searching has been my home for the last 5 years. It's not an easy process, right, Tanya? It is the most freeing and powerful feeling of practicing self-love. I'm not talking about going to get a pedicure. That lasts, it depends on who you get the pedicure from, not very long. And it can be painful. But it's a process of turning inward. Did I freeze? Did I freeze? So we didn't mean to turn this into the Christine, preach session, because it's really not. It is freeze. Oh, there you go. It's not. It really isn't. It is. I would love, and anybody that is working on their self-love and their self-joy can attest to when you start to drop everybody else's label for you and start to feel who you really are. It is the most freeing and beautiful thing. It is. It really, really is. My nickname for my uncle was Tubbs or Tubby, but he was an asshole. So there is that, right? That's it. No, Christine, set out a plan for yourself. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And here's another thing. Do you think that their opinion, do you value their opinion that much? The people that want to talk negative to you, you know what they're doing. They're projecting their own bullshit, and you chose to believe it. Their own bullshit. Yep. And you've chosen to believe it because it was told to you. So tell yourself a new story. We'll always be working on ourselves. Think of this as, shit. And in a year, you could be looking back at this and going, what did I do? How much time did I waste? This is beautiful. Go for a walk. Go sit by a pond. Watch some geese. Don't get too close to them because they're very mean. Turn on some nice music. Something to bring you some self-peace. Find out who you are because you're beautiful. Can you imagine if we were on the other side and, okay, we're on the other side. Imagine this. Just work with me. I know, Bradley, cough, shadow work, cough. It is. It's shadow work. It's deep shadow work. If you need help with shadow work, I have a person for you. Ellie Coyle does shadow work. And let me tell you what, she also has a class coming up on self-limiting beliefs, which is chock full of this subject, right? Full of this. It's a super affordable class, Christine. If you can take it, I suggest it. So could you, I had one problem with the four agreements, and it was some of his verbiage. He hit like sorcery or witchcraft or something like that, and evilness, and I just kind of he lost me at that. But everything else in the four agreements, I agree with. You have to be honest with yourself. You're getting your certificates for shadow work coaching. Awesome, Bradley. Let us know when you have that. So could you imagine being on the other side and just being like an asshole soul? No, it doesn't happen. Anybody that transitions over, you were the same way with Miguel. I just was like, wait, what? This is supposed to be so positive. And then you start talking about like witchcraft. I can't remember. I can't even, because I shut it off at that point. But that's okay because I got a lot from it. Right up to that point, I got a lot from it and I enjoyed it. And then I went, oh, but that's okay. That's his path. That's his verbiage, right? So on the other side, everybody's light, love, all happy, right? They're great. Everybody's healing. Everybody's looking at their lives. They're going, what do I need to learn next time? And they are light energy. Oh no, I know that, Christine. But what I'm talking about is this is a just a hypothetical. And you go, you're an asshole soul. Not you. But this person's an asshole soul. And I go, I'm going to be an asshole. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Somebody that loves you, and this is hard to understand. It's hard for us to understand as humans, but somebody in your soul circle that loves you has thrown barriers down for you. They said, oh gosh, you've got to learn this lesson. You've got to learn this lesson. I love you enough on the other side as a soul to throw myself on the sword and be a real dick and tell you things that's going to make you feel bad. So you can either take this bull by the horns, or you can do like you've done in past lifetimes and just succumb to other people's thought processes. So really, are you taking up the challenge is a good way to put it. Are you taking up the challenge that your very much loved one from the other side, part of your soul circle, has dropped down for you to love yourself. That's what it is. It's a challenge to love yourself. And it is a challenge to love yourself, right? So now myself personally, I love a challenge. um, and that soul thing has gotten me very far in life just because I had someone tell me I wasn't worth it. And it's nobody on here. It's not a family member. It was an ex-boyfriend, the guy that likes to visit, although he's much better now. He told me I wasn't worth it and I would never achieve my goals. And I went, and I did it anyways. It was a decision. I know, right? I thought that as I did it, I went, ooh. There's that throat punchy laugh. So think of it as a challenge instead of somebody slapping you down. It really, and I'm not blowing smoke here. It really is a part of your soul family that has said, I'm going to do this for you. On the other side, this was pre-planned. I have a feeling though, you're going against the plan because you're revolving in old patterns. Not patterns just from this life, but patterns from past lives. I'm so sorry. I am not really preaching to you. I really am not. I just realized that for 20 minutes I've been going, Christine. And why do you think, Christine, he told you that? Why do you think in this lifetime someone would say to you, nobody is ever going to want to date you? First of all, we've already talked about the soul aspect, right? But on this plane, that person has their own issues too, right? So they have thrown themselves on the sword and they're saying, you're not worth, you're not worth, you're not worth. You're believing their story, okay? You're believing their story. You're coloring his coloring book. And the other thing is he absolutely had a huge fear of being alone and that somebody would desert him because he's been deserted before. Yeah, right, Tanya? Because he's wounded and hurt. Absolutely. You and I need to do readings together. We should do like a reading session together, like online. It would be a lot of fun. I think we feed off each other really well. It's projection. Maybe he didn't want to get a divorce and didn't want anyone else to have you. How about he didn't want to go get a divorce because he didn't feel like he could get anybody else in the long run? So why should you be happy? You know, this conversation just isn't just for you, Christine. There's a lot of people on here that are in relationships that are emotionally, physically abusive, that they don't like themselves. And they've had to revolve into a new existence. So that's your choice. That's something to sit down for a whole day and think about, even longer. Do I stay where I am or do I move forward? It's a choice. You know that. It's a choice. And it isn't a choice like this. It's not, well, I'm heavy. Do I deserve to be happy? My meat suit has a glitch, but I'm a beautiful soul and I am worth all that shit. Okay? Right? We would be fun people, wouldn't we be, Tanya? Yes, we would. Right? I was told I was stupid, never amounted to anything. I told him to F off and walked away. Let me tell you what I did. When I was told I would never achieve my goals. I stuck around. I stayed and I listened. And I listened. And then one day, I think I did something that, and I can't remember what it was, but it was very threatening to his intelligence. That because he was in college, getting his business degree, he looked down on me a lot, and 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 I said something that he didn't have an answer for. How do you think that went? I was then not as stupid and more of a threat. And he decided he didn't need me anymore. He was done with me, right? Anybody know Ellie Coyle's link? It's Ellie's Guiding Light. Ellie's Guiding Light. So he come to me one day and he says, I don't want to go out with you anymore. And I was like, okay. I was married to Sam like a month and a half later. Keeping in mind, Sam and I have been together since we were like 11 years old, really. And this was just a glitch in that time frame. But did I lose that determination to show that guy that I was more? I didn't. And I think it kind of grinds Sam's gears when I say I actually considered him to be a driving force in my determination in life to do things, because I took it as how you don't know me. You may know me on the outside, but you don't know me here and my level of determination to be a light, to do what I want to do. Yeah, it does not matter how big we are. Oh, there's some guys out there, right? There's some guys that love big girls, but that's not it. It doesn't matter. We don't have to have somebody else accept us to have ourselves accept us, right? We can love ourselves. You got a muggle job presentation. Understand, Vicky. Understand. I like that, Myra. Life is all about choices, and you are the driver. You're in the driver's seat. And I know you're recovering from surgery, and it's a great time to have introspect time to sit and think about it. I honestly suggest calling in Archangel Raphael. Matter of fact, I'm just going to give you this right here, okay? Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael wants you to call him in. I want you to know how special that is, because I very rarely get, I very rarely get, sorry. It's just annoying. Get an angel that wants to come across and give me their name with force and say, Raphael, you have plenty of time to sit and talk to Raphael. Call in healing. Call in time to feel yourself and feel your energy and your purpose. And I'm not saying your life purpose, because you guys, your life purpose changes all the time. Someone says, what's my purpose in life? Just as soon as you get close to it, guess what? They move the goalposts. So I'm never going to tell anybody that. But Archangel Raphael really wants to sit with you. And if you are not very good at meditating or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you call him in, he'll be there. Regardless. You don't have to see or hear. You can feel the energy around you. You can just feel not alone. That's relevant. That's very relevant. Right? So I want you to call in Archangel Raphael. He specifically requests it. Specifically. It's important. This isn't just a message for one person today. We have to love ourselves, right? Doesn't matter if anybody else does. We want that in this lifetime. It's part of why we come into human existence, for the beauty, for the art, for the music, for the love, for the sensations, for the physicality, for the sex, for all of it, for the joy. We come here for that. But we come here. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning. But we come here as a soul, first and foremost, to learn lessons. Well, good morning, Myra. I just love you too. Absolutely. Call him in, and call him in with the color green. Wrap yourself up in green. Do some green color therapy as well. You need to love yourself, girl. I love you. I see you on here all the time, and you just have an incredible energy. That is you. That is you. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's really beautiful. And if you need to do shadow work, you need to do shadow work. Ellie Coyle, I'm telling you, I'm getting shadow work with Ellie. She just had surgery. So if you guys would do me a favor and go to Ellie's Guiding Light, somebody just shared the link on here, and wish her well on doing better. She had a bunch of teeth removed because she had issues in her mouth that they waited a year because of COVID to take care of, and she's been really sick because of it. So if you all could go over to Ellie's Guiding Light and send her a, I hope you're doing well, feel better, all that, because we just love Ellie, right? It's time for me and Ellie to do another mediumship session. We haven't done that in a long time. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Let's send Ellie some love and light. She sent me the most beautiful flowers and the most beautiful card for my birthday. I was like, girl, you're in Ireland. What are you doing? But I should send her some flowers. Oh yeah. She had to wait a year to get this. A year. And she's been in incredible pain. She's really good at not showing that, isn't she? She shows herself as Ellie, all happy and bubbly. So let's pull another card, y'all. Let's pull another card. Oh, guess what? Savannah is on. Of course, we are on for Savannah. That will be April 16th, 17th, and breakfast on the 18th, if anybody wants to do that. And we're just doing fun. We're just doing fun. We're meeting at Bonaventure Cemetery. We're going to meditate. We're going to walk around. We're going to do a ghost hunt that night on Saturday. Friday night, we're going to the Pirates Inn for dinner. We're just meeting and having a great time, right? We're just meeting and having a great time. Come and do mediumship with you on Friday. Let me think about it, Vicki. Let me think about it. I'm supposed to have my kitchen tore apart. I'm doing a kitchen remodel by myself. Game on, right? Christine, we love you. We love you. And you can always reach out on here. Always, right? So Salem has gone up a notch, you guys. Salem is now booked. I'm waiting on the contract, but we have the date. We have the date for Salem, you guys. So Saturday, the 30th, we will have mediumship that day, and we'll probably do an Ashtar channeling that day as well. And then on Halloween, we're going to be in Salem, Massachusetts. I had to change the dates. You can't post on Ellie's Guiding Light. Okay, send her a message. Ellie Coyle. Ellie Coyle. Just on her profile, maybe. Or you can't send her, maybe send her a personal message. So that's here's the thing. I struggled and I worked and I would get a day for a space, and then the space would fall through because I didn't have the dates for the block of rooms for everybody, because I wanted everybody to be able to stay in the same spot. I have 10 rooms booked, but I can book more. So it's, you can book between the Friday and booking out on Monday. So, you have to it has to be approved. Everything was just kind of falling apart. And I'm like, okay, this is it, Spirit. This is it. I am putting it in your hands. If this doesn't work out, then I'm done. I follow that. I really do follow that. And Spirit went, boom, Halloween. I went, what? I didn't even ask about Halloween because I figured it would be booked, right? We're 23 miles away from Salem. And I thought, crap, that's going to be booked. What? What? So, yeah, we are going to be in Salem on Halloween. We'll be doing mediumship on the 30th. And I thought, my gosh, how cool is that, right? I will have more information on it as the time comes on. Of course, people that live very close, you are so blessed. You don't have to go to the hotel, but yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, you don't have to stay at our hotel, but party over here. So yeah, I will have more information on that as soon as right. I've been to Salem, but we were only there for a couple hours. We just stopped in one day and drove through. But Halloween, girl, this is going to be like a dress up palooza. All right. You know, I'm going dressed up because by that time I plan on losing like 30 or 40 more pounds just because I'm feeling great and healthy and doing this Qigong, and I'm loving it. I'm loving this feeling that I have of being healthier, and it has absolutely nothing to do with personal views, by the way. And I love that because I don't care if anybody likes me. I mean, I don't care. But yeah, I have a huge, beautiful, cool witch's costume that I made for last year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. And we're going to have so much fun. Anyhow, so that I will have information on that. Let's do another card. Let's pull a card, right? They're supposed to get married in Halloween? Oh, come on. You've never gone to Salem in this lifetime. I'm hoping Allie will go because Allie has Allie has a past life there. Absolutely. And I would like to see her reaction. How much? I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm trying to keep it incredibly affordable, and I do need to be able to cover the hall. And I found a very affordable hall, but I have to be able to cover it too. So I will be doing advertising for the area as well. You're still hopeful for Georgia. Me too, Angel. How am I losing it? I've lost it a long time ago. All the finest people are crazy. No, actually, it's really just more of me being mindful about what I'm eating. And I know I'm going back to this again, but it is I'm doing the Qigong, and I'm feeling a lot more tone, and my body moves a lot better because I've got everything in alignment. And I wake up in the morning like, I'm going to go do Qigong. What? For me, I go, oh, I got to go to the gym. And I wake up loving this, wanting to do this, pushing myself a little bit more each day. And it's causing muscles to tone up a lot. Like my legs are really toned. And it's from meditating. It's from standing meditation. And I go, what the hell? And Sam's like, yeah, it's lifestyle changes. It really is. It's lifestyle changes. Just lifestyle, small meals, small things, small calorie meals, like 5 and 6 times a day. That's it. Okay. I'm going to have to do mediumship in just a bit because this person is annoying. So we're going to do mediumship in just a minute. I'm going to pull a card. They're a little pushy. Yes, I did see that her father passed away. I did. Yeah, he passed away like 3 weeks ago now, and they just had the ceremony last week. Yeah, I've kind of left her alone. I know she has a lot. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? I'm sorry. This is about what we've been talking about. Be your own witness. You are your best witness, right? And by witness, I mean, see yourself. See yourself. Know who you are. So as you move forward, it is confident. Hallelujah. It is confident, right? This has so much imagery in it. It is about passion. It is about self-love. It's about that seeing eye. Look at that eye. Open your eyes. See yourself. That's it. It's horrible that nobody was able. Just had a Baptist memory. This is about seeing yourself, knowing who you are, and moving forward. Absolutely sending love and light to her. It was very sudden for them. Absolutely. Started to go to the Y. Honestly, you guys, I'll give you the video that I use in the morning. It is so easy on the body. It's so easy on the body. And the first, come on, what are you working on here? Okay. The first day I did it, it's going to come up with.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Yoshi. I'm Marissa, and this is our.
The first day I did it, I have a back issue. I have in my past, and every day and every way, I'm feeling. We're talking about you, Ellie. We're talking about you. Every day and every way, I feel better. Right? That's what I'm setting my intention to do. Every day and every way, I'm being better. And the first day I did this Qigong, I had a vertebrae out in my back, and I just deal with it, right? I just deal with it because my chiropractor's in Ohio, and the massages I was getting wasn't taking care of it. But what happened was my muscles around it had tightened up enough that it made it okay, and I could function. So, okay, no problem. Right? First day I did Qigong, it straightened out. Like I was sitting there, and later in the afternoon, my muscles had relaxed enough, and it went pop, and it went, what the hell? I was going to message you, Ellie, but I was been trying to leave you alone. You've been doing this Qigong, Renee. Do you find a difference? Like, do you feel like stuff moved? That's my thing. My stuff has moved. I think that's more of my driving force than anything else. Like, I have less bat wing. I'll throw myself under the bus. My legs are toned. I feel muscles in my back. And it's so easy and so gentle in the body that it's causing change gradually. Yes, we were talking about you, Ellie. We were trying to send you love and light onto Ellie's guiding light, but we can't post to your page. We're trying to send you love. Yeah, you're doing it super slowly. And that's the key to it, though, right? That's the key to the Qigong is super, super slow. You've been doing it too, Angel? I have moved with this. Now I'm trying her other stuff and doing, matter of fact, I did one this morning. It was just fabulous. And I've moved on into another program where I'm learning the 5 element Qigong. And this morning I did Dragon Qigong. And I mean to tell you, I feel it, but it feels good. It feels good. Yes, we were sending you love and light. Okay, let's do some mediumship. Oh, okay. I have somebody that's just been really pushy this morning, and they're kind of respectful, but I have to be forceful and be like, I said no. I said no. Go sit in the corner. Yeah, I know, Bradley. And what happened was the Salem thing with the mid-October, it was I couldn't get the rooms. I could get the space, but I couldn't get the rooms. So the only time I could get the rooms was right at Halloween. It's the only time I was surprised. And I'm like, what? But it's the only time I could get the actual room block for people was then. And I had to change it yesterday. So it's been challenging. It was either that or I just cancel altogether. And I kind of, this is the link for the Qigong right here. It's a great, easy, slow start, you guys. But when you're building your energy ball, it's all about energy flow within the body. You're not just working on your muscles. You're working on the energy flow in your body that helps you. You call them water wings. It helps everything else fall into place. It helps your organs and all of that because that energy in the body. Yes, I will, Brad. I will. I am Facebook. Yes, I will do that. I'm sorry. I was this has been the formative stages of it. And it's the only day that they had. You can see the difference in my face. This also, the face thing with me, if I eat poorly, it shows on my face within a day. Like I retain water in my face a lot. And Sam goes, this is my husband, right? Hi, this is my husband. I don't want you going crazy losing weight. Like, I don't want you going like so that you're super skinny and then I have to worry about you. Because he knows when I get determined about something, I'm like, I have a pair of jeans that I'm like, those are mine. And they're in my drawer. Those will be mine. And how would it be for someone with a disability? It depends on how long you can stand. You can do it sitting as well, because there's a lot of exercises you could do sitting, I'm sure. If it's overtaxing, sit down. It's so slow. It's super slow and easy. But yeah, he's like, don't lose too much weight. I'm like, shut up, man. I have a 58-pound goal right now, which takes me where you wouldn't think it would take me. It doesn't take me as low as I could go. I could lose another 40 after that, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to. I just want to be, I'm doing this solely for health purpose. See me putting this away like I've got technical things I'm putting away. I'm doing this solely for health and my energy and my, you need balance to do it. Balance comes with this, Lisa. That's the thing. You keep your balance. If you need to have a chair there, that's fine. But balance, I have to tell you that I have so much better balance today than I did a month ago. So much better balance. Like, it's staggering. I can stand, I can stand and do meditation now for probably 15 minutes completely still. Where when I first started, I could do maybe 3 or 4 minutes and I was like, good Lord, how do you do this? Because how often do we stand still? How often do we stand still? We don't. Okay. All right, let's do some mediumship, for crying out loud. I have a woman. Oh my goodness. Yes, knows, I don't knows, right? I don't want any information. If you can't take this person, don't worry about it. You don't have to comment at all. Just enjoy the fact that somebody else is getting some mediumship and somebody else is having a loved one coming over across, right? If you can validate the information, give me a yes. If I'm deep in the information, please give me yes in what you can validate, because I have lag. So if I say Great Aunt Gertie had a purple hat she loved, please say yes, purple hat. Okay. If it doesn't pertain to you, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all right. Just enjoy somebody else getting some information. But I don't want to know any extra information. Please just keep it right there. Keep it right there. I don't want to know it, because then it feels like I'm being led, and I don't like that. So I want to talk about, I have this woman. Let me get some more information first. Oh my gosh, she could talk a mile a minute. It was exhausting. I get this feeling of, like, maybe she had some sort, at the end of her life, maybe she had some sort of issue that went right down the center line here. Thank you, Ellie. That would be great. I went right down the center line here. It was just like I don't know. And I actually heard the word cancer or some sort of issue like that. Maybe it was a late discovered kind of thing, but she was just so full of life, and she was so full of talk. And she always, I hate to put it this way, she always felt like she might have been right. Like, we're going to do it my way. No, my way is the right way. Can anybody take this woman? Because, wow. If you can, wow. She's a talker. Oh my gosh. I actually have to say, I feel like I want to get sick. I feel like there was something that had to do here. Like maybe this person was very ill at the very end of their life. Maybe they couldn't keep food down. I feel like they lost a lot of weight. I feel like they had this right here. I keep feeling very gaggy. I feel very, very gaggy. Maybe they had problems swallowing or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure. So, oh my gosh, we have a lot of yeses. We all know a bunch of pushy women, right? So, okay, let me move on. Let me find some more information here. Smells really bothered this person. Like if they smelled something, they were very sensitive at the very end. If they smelled something, it would be like a kind of thing. Oh my gosh. No information, guys. No information. And there were tears. There were tears about being incapable of doing things that they wanted to do. I really feel like there was also ear issues. Like there was, like I get a pressure in my ears, like my head hurts. All of this hurts. Who can take every bit of information so far? Who can take every bit of information so far? 6 yeses. This person was intuitive. This is important. There was something that this person talked about, seeing somebody from the other side, or they talked about feeling not alone in their last time. They definitely were very intuitive. I get this third eye. Look, you see what I see? A Ford. Can anybody take a Ford? I don't know if she worked at Ford. I don't know if she knew somebody named Ford. I just heard Ford. Ford. And a string of pearls. Can anybody take a string of pearls that might have been passed down through the family? I also feel like this person liked the wind. I know that sounds a little bit different. But the image I have is of this person not necessarily doing this physically, okay? But standing with their feet in the ground. She needed to ground. Standing with her feet in the ground and feeling nature. She was very in tune with nature. She felt it. Who do I have in it all? Who can take it all? Somebody might have had a memory of sitting and watching old claymation cartoons with this person. I'm thinking that might be the evidence. I'm working on that part right now, because I keep hearing one foot in front of the other, but I don't feel like that I'm getting the accurate information. I'm seeing the old claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And normally I get the song Rudolph, one foot in front of the other. Well, it's raining like a bitch outside. Old fun things to watch on television. This was a thing. This really was a heart thing. Not a heart issue, but it was a fond memory. Okay, let me see if we were pushy. Now we're not. What? Is there a green tractor? Can anybody take a green tractor? I hear John Deere green. Can anybody take a green tractor? I'm trying to figure out if it is the reference to the green tractor or if it's reference to the song of John Deere Green. Billy Bob loved Jolene. I think that's who he loved. Charlene. John Deere Green. Who we down to? Who can take it all? Who can take the whole kit and caboodle? Does kit and caboodle mean anything? Because it's not my normal verbiage. Why do I see draft horses? I think it's Diana. Diana, does draft horses mean anything to you as well? I hear the jingle of harnesses. I am lucky enough to know what that sounds like. Katrina, can you take it all? Can you be able to take everything? I know who this is for. I'm waiting. I have lag. Do 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 do. Alex Trebek. Do you hear they're getting ready to replace him? I actually know who it's for. I know it's for. It's for Diana. And I know it's for Diana because I heard Samantha. I heard Samantha. Like, just as I was like, who can take this all? I heard Samantha. So, Diana, I just need you to pass information along. It's actually not for you as it is for your daughter. It is never feel alone. And something about fear. This person is around for Samantha right now and will be for the next 6 years. The next 6 years, very specific about 6 years. So, I don't know if she knew her or not. It doesn't matter, right? Just think of her as a guardian angel. Just think of her as a guardian angel trying to help her figure some things out, holding her hands when she needs to. Okay? Because now her energy is gone. She's like, this is me. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. That's her. She was very forceful, but also, yeah, yeah, she's going to be around for the next 6 years with Samantha. I don't know why 6 years, but she's talking about she's going to be going through some transitions. I know she's going through. We're waiting for her to have a baby, right? Everybody's waiting. So just let her know that. Can you tell her that for us, right? That she's got her. She'll be there to hold. She's specifically there to hold her hand when nobody else is there to hold her hand. So I don't know if this is the start of a new, closer relationship with them on soul side, but she's talking about if she is in the room alone and she needs someone to lean on, that she can lean on her. All she has to do is call her, and she's there. She's there anyways. I hope that helps. But I have to tell you that it's she's really pushy. She's really pushy. She was just like, it wasn't, because when I have mediumship come in, it's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? She was like, hey, how you doing? So she was really, really pushy. Allie Rosebrock and I will be on live Friday night. No, wait. Sunday night. We'll be on live together Sunday night on My Mystical Life, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, you guys. Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Allie and I will be online. Yeah. Hi, Allie. She will have all of her links up so everybody can go book with her. She is a just truly amazing animal communicator. I know you already know, Diana. I know you do. She's just punctuating that. She's very forceful. Anyhow, anywho, you guys, I have more boxes to get out. Your mom passed away when you was 10 years old. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry. You know, that doesn't surprise me, Katrina, that somebody would have throat and lung cancer from working in a sewing factory. The chemicals and the starches and things that they put on material that they make clothes with and rugs with and towels and all that, it's really bad. It used to be really bad stuff. Really, really bad stuff. And just the dust in the air. Really bad stuff. It's amazing the things that we don't think are affecting us are. Absolutely, Diana. Absolutely. All the microdust, yeah, it is. Absolutely. Okay. You have to go. I hope everything's okay, Ellie. All right, guys. I have to go put packages out. Yeah, it's from the microdust. It's horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. Quilters need to be mindful of that. Although the materials now are much more better. There's less chemicals. All right. I am going to drink some water because this coffee is giving me a headache. And I'm going to go get more boxes out today. So I appreciate everybody's patience. I'm getting them out as I can. This is what I'll be doing all day. And I'll probably be on this evening as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm fun. All right. So I hope this was helpful today. And Christina, you're loved. You're beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Feel that way because you are. And we'll see you guys later this afternoon. And everybody that has a package waiting, watch for your email today. It should say it's on its way. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye, guys.